Hello and welcome to the OpsBase weekly webinar. My name is Mark and I head up client services and product here at OpsBase. Today I'm going to be talking to you about user roles and permissions and when you'd want to use the different ones that are available. Before we begin, let's talk about the three different user types that we have in our system. The first is primary administrators. They have full access to the entire system on all platforms. That's the web app and the native app that can be used on mobile and tablet. Then we've got place admins that look after your sites. These people have access to the web and native apps, but their access is limited to their site or their sites only. So they won't have access to data and reports for sites that they do not belong to. And then finally, we have staff. Staff can only access the native app, and what they see on the native app will be limited by their site and their positions, the roles that they hold. We've just talked about web app and native app, and it's worth just reminding ourselves exactly what these different systems will give you access to. So first of all, the web app, which is used by your primary and place administrators. It's used to administer and configure the entire system. You can use it to manage team boards, which are the shared devices, if you're not giving staff access to the app on their own mobiles. You can manage your places, your sites, the people, your staff, ops, which are your checklists, issues and actions, and then blasts, which are your communications. And then you can also report on the ops and issues that are performed and the actions that are raised. The native app, which is used by your staff, but primary and place admins can also log in, is used to perform ops, to raise issues and actions, and also to read blasts. Let's talk about typical use cases. When would you want somebody to be a primary administrator versus a place administrator versus a member of staff? So your primary admins are your super users. They are the people who are responsible for configuring your system, and then remember, they have unrestricted access to everything. Your place admins are typically area or regional managers with access to one or more sites. General managers maybe have access to a single site. And then finally, we come to your staff. Your staff are your deskless workforce who do not need access to the management functions or any reporting data. All of this can be summed up in this table, which is available on our support site, support.opsbase.com. I'll just walk you through it very quickly. So on the left-hand side, you can see the three rows, which is your primary administrator, your place administrator, and your staff. And it indicates which platforms each role has access to. Taking the primary administrator first, these solid ticks mean that they have unrestricted access to absolutely everything. And you'll also notice that they have access to configure and manage the organization settings. The primary administrator is the only person that can do that. So they can manage, they can report, and then they can perform on the native app. Then we come to your place admins. The hollow tick indicates that their access is limited by place and or position. In the web app, it's just limited by site. But these people can manage the sites that they belong to, the staff that are members of those sites, the team boards for those sites, the ops for those sites, the issues for those sites, and they can report on data that relates to their sites as well. And if they log into the native app, they can also perform ops issues and read the blast communications. And then finally, we've got your staff. On the bottom row, they can just perform ops issues and read blasts, and their access will be limited by place and or position. A couple of other extra notes to make you aware of. These are the notes at the bottom left of the screen right now. Primary admins can optionally lock ops to prevent changes being made by place admins. That means that if your organization has some ops that must be done in the same way at every site, then you can lock those ops to ensure that that happens, but still give your place or site admins, the regional managers, the general managers, access to create ops and manage ops that might be unique to their site. Maybe the sites are a different size, they have different facilities. So you're giving them the flexibility that they need while still maintaining the central control on those critical ops. And finally, just a quick note that if you want to upgrade a place admin to a primary admin, you'll need to contact us, support@opsbase.com. Likewise, if you ever want to downgrade somebody from being a primary admin to just restrict them to certain sites, then that downgrade from primary admin to place admin also needs to be performed by us. So you can contact us, support@opsbase.com. And that's it. Hopefully that explains and clarifies everything. However, if you do have any questions about this or anything else, please do contact us, support@opsbase.com. Thank you for joining.